What's up, guys? Just another EP monk build guide for you guys. This involves a 4-piece Sunwuko set, 2-piece Juliana set. The reason why we're using Juliana: every third hit of your spirit generator applies Exploding Palm. We're going to be spraying our EP palms like that. For the weapon, we're going to be either using Wrath of the Bone King or the Furnace. Got a Furnace, you get an extra mod stat. You can roll that to damage, or if you have enough vitality, you can have area damage and total damage. Now I've got vitality on my weapon because I didn't have enough vitality and I didn't want to get one-shotted. See my paragons. Look at my paragons. I have everything dumped into my vitality, not on my dex. Keep in mind this is a DPS build, but very crucial that you don't get one-shotted. You have to have over 800,000 hit points. I did a 72 with this last night, by the way, so that's why I wanted my vitality. For the gloves, Sunwuko set, cooldown. You can either I think I got a gloves here actually that I think are gonna be better with this build. Area damage, I think I'm gonna give that a shot. So yeah, area damage or cooldown, crit chance, crit damage, obviously some dex, single stat. This very important, have area damage and cooldown. For your helmet, get the Exploding Palm. This is again, don't go vitality here, go for the DPS. You can get the vitality from other equipment if you have to get it. Sunwuko shines, the amulet, you would rather have, instead of dexterity, your element for sure. Old element, you're gonna be doing a lot more damage. Make sure you got single resistance on there as well. My Juliana's chest, ignore the regenerate life per second. I had that for another build. You probably go life percent. You'd be a lot better with that. It'll give you more vitality at the same time. We're going to be using Gundo gear for obvious reasons. It's going to be spreading your EPs around. Again, if you can get one with single res, all the better to you. The pants, Juliana's, regenerate life per second. Again, that's from an old build. You can probably change that to whatever you want. Maybe armor probably is your best bet. Single resistance there as well. I went witching hour. You could do string of years if you're having trouble surviving. You might even be forced in higher G-risk to even have to use the string of years. I've did a 72 so far. I had no issues. I didn't need a string of years as of yet. And for the boots, we're using the crudest boots because we will be using Mystic Ally, Fire Ally for that extra 10% damage. I've got the Fist of Astoras equipped in my cube as for my weapon. Now, don't have these two reversed. Don't have Fist of Astoras with another weapon here with, I don't know, let's say Furnace cubed or another weapon. You're going to be doing a lot less damage if your EPs are based off of single weapon, single-handed weapon rather. Spirit guards, that's going to help you stay alive. Now, you can't have these two reversed. It doesn't matter if you have spirit guards equipped here or spirit guards cubed here. These are a necessity. This is where all your damage reduction is coming from. If you looked at my my bar, I don't have Desert Shroud at all. Might have to be forced to switching out Blinding Flash later on in a higher G-rift for Desert Shroud, but as of right now, again 72, I had no issues with it. For the ring, this you could play around with. I had Oculus ring. You might want to go Conventions of the Elements. You could try that, but this is gonna be a little bit tricky because you have to time your blast off the cold. You could also go maybe a Ring of Royal Grandeur. Swap out the helm for Juliana's helm, and then you put in what is it, Tyrael's Might for an extra 20% damage to demons. That would probably be a good idea too as well. Or you go Overwhelming Desire. I don't see really a need for anything else. Don't start going these for damage reduction. You don't want that. You want to go to DPS. And we're going to be using Assimilation. It's going to be increasing your damage overall. Dashing Strike, Blinding Speed, Dodge, you're going to want that. You're going to want to be able to dip in, dip out. Now, the reason why I'm using Tempest Rush, we're not using this for the damage. Rather, we are using this for the damage, but not off the skill. I chose this Ruin in particular, Holy Ruin. I know we're not doing holy damage, we're doing cold damage, but I chose this one because it's the least amount of spirit cost. Now, you're going to be wanting to use this every 3 seconds, so you proc your 4-piece Sunwuko 500% bonus to your Exploding Palm. The reason why, again, I chose Tempest Rush and not, let's say, Cyclone Strike was because I already have a monk that I play with. He's a DPS role who has Cyclone Strike, so you don't want two monks with Cyclone Strike and messing up the other person's pull. Another advantage of having the skills, you can pass through enemies in case your dashing strike is down, because you will be in the middle of the enemies a lot. Blinding flash. Now if you time this right before your booms, you're going to gain a lot more damage. Mystic ally, we're going to be gaining 20% because of the boots that we're going to be wearing. Exploding palm, there's no need for any other rune except for cold. We are cold damage. Now you may have noticed here that I don't have desert shroud anywhere. Now if you're pushing higher G rifts, I've done a 72 again. Now if I didn't need it, now if you're pushing a higher G rift, I don't know, like maybe 75 plus, you might have to switch out blinding flash for Epony desert shroud. The only reason why I'm able to survive right now is because I have ZDPS monk in my group, which is buffing with Forbidden Palace, along with my life regen per second, which is a crazy amount from the ZDPS monk, which I do have a build for as well. Now with passives, harmony, this is going to keep you up. Now you may have noticed also again that a lot of my equipment, I was missing single resistance. I'm trying to work on that. Make sure your equipment has as much single resistance to beef this up. Near death experience, this is going to proc quite a bit. You will want that. Unity, you're going to get more damage for yourself, and you're going to give a little small increase to your party members as well. Now I was using Beacon of Yitar for faster blinding flash. This could probably be switched out. Now I'm thinking about it, it's probably better to switch it out if you're not using Desert Shroud. Don't go Mythic Rhythm because your 2-piece Ileana set is going to overwrite it every time you hit 3 times. Maybe go Sixth Sense if you need that extra non-physical damage reduction, or possibly even Determination. I think this one would probably be your best bet. And there you have it, guys. A little quick explanation. I've got a video already recorded for 72 4-man. I am with another monk again, a ZDPS monk. He's gonna be what keeps me alive. How you're gonna see me play it is I always stay in his Forbidden Palace, or at least try to. If I'm about to die, there's too much poison on the ground or something like that, I dip out of there with my dashing strike, or if dashing strike is down, I use my Tempest Rush to get out of there. You're gonna want to save your blinding flash before your booms go off, and you just stand in the middle of it, spamming your simulation so you get that extra increased damage once your booms do go off. If you guys enjoyed the video, take care.